Hello guys and welcome back to Watches and Wonders. Once again it is myself Tom behind the camera. If you watched my last video you will know I apologise, my hands are very beaten up at the moment. I have just come back from spending a week in the woods with work. A few of them things have gone up on my social medias. If you'd like to give us a follow at watches_wonders on Instagram and watches and wonders on TikTok. There I post a little few snippets of what's coming up, a few things of what I do in my life, a little bit of bushcraft and stuff like that. But anyway, away from that, we have a new watch in front of us today, and from the start off, I'm going to warn you all now, WM or Welly Merck or whatever they were called beforehand, with their WM085, and in all honesty I'm going to warn you guys right now, this thing is a epic fail. I have never been so disappointed in a watch that I have got, but let's get into it anyway. So we have the WM085, also known back in the day, they have changed their name now, it is just WM, but it was Welly Merck, which I believe was a stupid name. But here we have they're pulling the inspiration from a very famous Tudor, Pelagos. I could be wrong with how I've stated that. One of the most beautiful Tudors I believe ever released. So when I spotted this I got really hyped. I've already done a review on a Tudor homage before, from Rolls Timmy, a Pagani design off-brand, and then this is my next one. Now the eager viewers will see this bezel is really out of line already, and it doesn't matter what I do, I can't seem to get it to line up. So straight away, that is a problem I'm having with it. I'm just going to get that out straight away. But we are actually working today with a different movement, something I haven't worked with before, and it is one of the Miyota movements owned by the Citizen Group of the Citizen watches. And this specifically is one of the 8000 series. It's the Miyota 8215. So this is another Japanese movement, sort of like, I'd say, trying to go toe to toe with Seiko's Japanese movements, and they are doing good. Big fan of the Miyota movements, I've had a few. It has 21,600 beats per hour with a 42-hour power reserve at 3 Hz. So I am a big fan of the Miyota movements, and I am also quite a big fan of how they look, which with this watch we have a display case back. As you can tell, I still have a sticker on it. I am not annoyed with this watch. I am considering sending it back or asking for a replacement. I will go through it with you as we go along. So we have a 40mm case from there to there. That is excluding the crown. We have a 20mm strap tapering down to 18mm at the bottom. Sorry, I'm out of focus there and out of shot. We have a 44mm lug to lug. It is very short. We do have male end links, but because the lug to lug and the watch is quite short, it's done very well. And a 12mm thickness on this case, and it does look a lot thicker than what it is. It really does. So as you can tell, it is a bi-colour. We have the gold-plated stainless steel and the standard stainless steel, and they are using 316L, which seems to be the industry standard for this. We have a sapphire crystal with a clear AR coating over it, a 120 click unidirectional bezel, which I'll get in there so you can hear, and you can all stare at Iron Man for a minute. Now that looks almost lined up, but then it just seems to jump, and it's really annoying. But we do have 120 click, 100 meter water resistance, or 10 ATM, or 330 feet, depending on where you are and depending on how you like to do the things that you do, your measurements. We have a screw down crown and a screw down case back with, as I stated before, a display case back so you can see the Miyota movement, which it doesn't specify, so I do believe it is just a mineral. I will be testing it out, and if it is, I will correct myself on it. Now WM or Welly Merck. I'm really disappointed in this watch. Really disappointed in this watch. Not only does it not line up, but they are claiming they were using C3 and BGW9 loom. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but if this is the loom that you are claiming you are using, I'm claiming you are liars. Pagani design is the worst loom I've ever experienced, and this loom is worse than a Pagani design. To the point I have tried to put a loom shot on this video for you, and the loom is that bad, I can't. So we are supposed to get a fully loomed bezel and dial here, or should I say hour markers and hands, not the full dial. It doesn't loom up. You may get a couple of seconds out of it. It is a Welly Merck fail. A WM fail. I'm really annoyed with it. For the price you paid, personally, if you're going to pay anything over 40-50 quid for this watch, go buy yourself a Pagani. You'll get a higher quality, much higher quality watch compared to this. Most of the time, I've never had anything either by Pagani that hasn't lined up. If you want to spend a little bit extra money, £5-10 here, go get yourself something that I borderline class as almost for the price perfect, and that is anything from my favourite AliExpress brand, Adi's Dive. You will get a much better quality watch straight away. They are absolutely amazing. This thing is an absolute fail. It really is. Comparing it to a watch that didn't cost as much, and from my last video, the Wish Do It, which is absolutely fantastic. It's just WMR, for my experience now, so far the worst. The worst watch brand I've had off AliExpress, and I've had some rubbish, I can promise you. But it could just be me being picky. It really could. But with pretty much zero loom, nothing in line, everything's a little bit jingly. The clasp is unstamped and just a bog standard industry Rolex wannabe clasp. It opens up way easier. Sorry for my awful fingernails on. Opens up way easier than what it should do. There is no pressure behind that clasp at all. You can barely hear it click back in. I don't want to wear this outside because I am nervous that it will come off of my wrist, even with that extra security pusher there. That just slides in and out of itself. As you can see, it is way out of line again, that bezel. I don't know what you're doing, WM, Welly Merck, but you need to up your game because this is just ridiculous. It's just an epic fail. It really is, and this watch will be getting sent back with my complaints, and hopefully we'll get a different one sent out, and hopefully it will be much better than this. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers really hype this watch up. I don't know if they've been paid to do it or what, but this is an epic fail. It really is. I am super disappointed, and I wanted to love this watch. I really wanted to love it, and I just can't. So normally I'd give you a loom shot, but I'm not going to bother because it's just going to sit here and annoy me because it's just ridiculous. It really is. I've never seen anything so bad. I've got watches that you've been able to buy out of, like, as you Americans put it, gas stations, or for the English over here, petrol stations, going down bypasses and motorways. I've gone and got watches from that have been higher quality than this, and they've cost me about 15 to 20 quid just because I've forgotten a watch I needed something for the day. And I will choose one of them watches over this each and every time. And it annoys me because looks wise, this thing is beautiful. Like, let's be honest, it's absolutely beautiful. The brushing, everything, they've managed to get on the dot. They really have. Like, the case finishing is pretty good. Like, I can't lie, it's a pretty decently well finished watch. They just don't seem to have the quality control of anywhere else. And personally, if this was my watch, which it is my watch, and I will be sending it back, and hopefully WM can sort something out, which I have been told is very good for refunds on AliExpress. So far, I've not had to get a refund on anything watch related. Some of the other things I've ordered off there that turned up being really bad, I've been able to get a refund within a couple of days after it, pretty much. So, yeah, this has been Tom from Watches and Wonders. Sorry for this pretty down and depressing video, but people do need to be warned. Not everything is sunshine and roses on AliExpress. So, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.